Now, today we are starting off with corporations and legal personality. That is chapter number 9. First of all, let's discuss what are sole traders and what is the difference between a company and a sole trader. A sole trader is someone who is the sole owner of his company. He runs the company himself, he finances the company himself, he owns the company himself. Okay, he is the sole owner, he is the only owner of the company. In this case, the entity that is the business, the sole trader business, and the sole trader himself, who is the sole owner of the business, they both are considered one entity. Legally, the business itself does not have any separate legal entity. If the sole trader dies, the business is going to end because it does not legally exist separately in the books of the government or in the books of the business. Okay. Now, what are the advantages of being a sole trader? You do not have to go through a lot of formal procedures. All you need to do is set up a business and pay VAT, uh, get a license to trade. Other than that, independence and self accountability, you are the sole owner, so you are going to check yourself. You are going to take your own decision. Nobody is going to come to you and tell you that you took the wrong decision or you should have taken this or that decision. Okay, you do not have to discuss it with anybody. Next, you can supervise the business on your own. Okay, you can make the business work the way you want to. Then all the profits that the business is making, you can take them to home as well. You do not need to share it with anybody else. Disadvantage, what is the disadvantage of being a sole trader? That if tomorrow the business becomes bankrupt, you will have to pay money from your own personal pocket. Okay, so your personal wealth is also at stake. Also, in case of expansion, you would require a lot of finances, but you might not have a lot of sources of finance available to yourself. Um, Also, if you are sick or if you expire, then in that case, I'm not talking about you, God forbid. I'm just generally giving an example. So, if somebody dies or if somebody who is a sole owner gets sick, then in that case, um, the business is going to end. Okay, and the family members might not wish to continue the business or might not wish to build up a new business. Okay, companies. What is a company? A company is a kind of a business, but it has a separate legal entity other than its owners. Okay, so the owner in a company and the company itself, they are two different things. They are entirely two different entities. Okay, so in such a case, the owner have a limited liability. Okay, and since he has a limited liability tomorrow, if the company becomes bankrupt, he would not have to give away. Um you would not have to give away your money, like your personal money, in order to pay off the debts of the company. Okay, so there's limited liability. There's a separate legal entity. So if tomorrow you plan on retiring, or if there's an owner of the company and someday he falls sick and he wants his or her son or daughter to take over, then in such a case they can. Okay, they would not have to form a new documentation or a new contract for it. I've explained this limited liability of partners, limited liability of members, protection for members against creditors. Like I told you that if tomorrow the company becomes bankrupt, nobody can demand money from you from your own pocket. So that is a very big protection. Okay. I have explained protection from business failure also. Members asked to contribute identifiable amounts. The amount that that the member invests in a business is limited by the shares that they invest in or by the guarantee that they give. What is the guarantee that they give? That they might be paying after a particular event, or they might be paying this and this amount in a particular event at the time of um, winding up. Okay. Liability of the company for tort and crime. As a company as a separate legal entity, it may also have liabilities in tort and crime. Criminal liability of companies in particular is a topical area but is outside the scope of your syllabus. But let me give you an example that in this scenario, if there's a crime or a tort case, then the company will be called into the court, or it will be the company against whom the action will be taken. So the owners might be at risk, but their wealth will not be at risk. Okay.